perfect. You just push this forward like that.
You can show me.
Alright, how's it going, guys? So for today's video, it's gonna be chill, laid back, and more of like an off-the-cuff video. So I took the DJI Osmo Nano to the gun range and I'm gonna talk about it. So basically, this was my setup when I went to the gun range. And I just went out there with some folks to just get some trigger time and also to show some folks how to properly handle different weapons. So I was just kind of there, kind of just like as an assistant instructor, just to help these some of these folks out. And some of these folks are my friends. The interesting thing about my experience with the Nano in the gun range is usually I would bring microphones or whatever whenever I go out to do something like this, but I forgot the mics and I was like, well, it's gonna be loud. This was an indoor gun range, so it's gonna be loud, and I just didn't know if the footage is gonna be usable, like as far as audio. Maybe I thought I'll just record this footage and just use it as B-roll. But I was actually impressed with the audio quality coming out of this camera, even without the microphones, in an enclosed gun range.
You can show me.
Not as bad as it looks.
You can show me. You can show me.
Just use the trigger. See that? So which one you prefer? Like that one. You just push this forward like that, and then go like that.
Alright. Shake it out.
We learned a trick that if you push it out.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you can do that too, but you know, I'm old school.
Alright.
I like to do it like John Wayne. That's like the one of the takeaways that I took away. But as far as like what I was running, or kind of like what I took as far as accessories to help me capture the footage, I took this little lanyard here. And lately I haven't been using it as much, but I figured, you know, gun range probably the best time to use it because, you know, I can get some nice POV shots with it. And then I used the hat mount clip right here, and then I put it onto the linear magnet, and then I could actually control kind of like the positioning of the camera. So basically I had it around my neck, and then I could use the vision dock, or I set the vision dock down on the little platform where we have all the weapons, and then I could see myself. And actually what I did is I put the vision dock on this little suction cup mount just to make sure that it's not like sliding around or whatever. And then I was able to kind of use it as a monitor, and I could see myself. So that's pretty much the setup that I had when I was at the range. Just let me know in the comments if the audio was clean, because I thought the audio was great, you know, as far as not having the mic. So just give me your feedback and let me know. Maybe I'm tripping. All right, just taking a quick walk out here in the rain, and I'm gonna go ahead and address whether I'm gonna buy the DJI Pocket 4 or the Pocket 4 Pro. Now, I'll be totally honest with you guys. Initially, I wasn't thinking of buying the DJI Pocket 4 or the 4 Pro. I was immediately looking at those cameras because I was like, well, you know, it's probably gonna be another camera with slightly more improvements from the Pocket 3. And I didn't think too much of it, but then I found out it's got D-Log instead of D-Log M, which I call D-Log mid. D-Log M is D-Log mid to me. It's not horrible, but I'm used to color grading way flatter footage. So that really definitely made me pause and say, hey, hold on now. I might need to look into getting that camera. Now, the other thing that made me look into or change my mind about the Pocket 4 was the fact that it had that zoom function, and I thought it was pretty cool. Like creatively, I saw some people using that zoom function. I was like, oh, okay, I can see how that would be great creatively, especially like if I'm out in the city or something, like in New York or something like that, and I want to capture like a detail, like a more close-up shot, instead of like, you know, moving physically. That zoom function, I'm seeing like they might be a benefit. Of course, the 1-inch sensor is just kind of like the cherry on top, and that. So as things stand right now, yes, I am interested in getting the DJI Pocket 4, but I will wait because I know the Pocket 4 Pro is dropping, I think today, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna wait and see, you know, what people have to say about the Pocket 4 Pro or what features the Pocket 4 Pro has, and we'll go from there. But right now I'm just kind of being patient. I don't feel like any pressure to get those cameras. I know here on YouTube you're always gonna get pressure to get the newest thing, that way you can make a video about it and get views. But you know what, sometimes you just gotta be patient, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my money for now and see kind of what happens. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the Pocket 4 Pro. I don't think it's worth upgrading if you got a Pocket 3, but I think if you're in my position, I've never owned a Pocket camera, I think it's worth kind of like looking into, you know. It's just another tool that I can use to document, tell stories and whatnot. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys tuning in this week. Like I said, more of a chill video. So I'm gonna catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching.